Hello everybody and welcome back to World of Tanks. Today I have the pleasure of showing you Simba in his M46 Patton on Live Oaks. This is a 9.12 replay, so there will be a couple of bugs, like the battle not starting when the countdown timer ends, but we are off anyway, and Simba is heading for the railroad tracks. So the M46 Patton, one of the two Tier 9 American medium tanks, the other being the T-54E1, and this is a single-shot Tier 9 American medium tank. It's got a nice 105mm gun that fires AP as a sarin ammo, 218mm of penetration, 390 damage, but that's somewhat overwhelming for a machine that really can't hit 60 like a French tank. So Simba is going to be loading APCR for most of this match just to ensure that his gold rounds do in fact go home. Now this brings his penetration close to where other Tier 9 mediums are at, like the AMX-30 and I think the Leopard PTA. Now Simba is going tracks here like a good medium tank. There are plenty of places to play with the 10 degrees of American gun depression that this tank gets, and ways to outplay the enemy using little dips in terrain. And Simba was spotted making that crossing. He'll have to look out for artillery because there are two of them in this match. We'll see more of them later. But it looks like no one's aiming in his direction. So Simba starts poking a ridgeline. The view range on this machine is excellent as he spots T-34-1. And wow, that's a nice high roll from Simba, but someone else also hit him. And that's a very sorry T-34-1 right now. Lost almost 1,000 hit points. Now there's a Yag Panther 2. And of course it bounces. Looks like it hit the superstructure, but from this range it's kind of hard to tell. Kind of surprised that bounce, but it's RNG for you. Now Simba is moving up. His allies are as well. It's time to take the fight to this flank. And here you can see one of the weaknesses of the M46 Patton is that it's not very fast. It's certainly no French machine, so it's going to take a while to get anywhere. We're already down 2 tanks. It's 1-3 already, so we lost a couple of heavy tanks as well as a T-43. And now it's time for Simba to abuse the fact that the Yag Panther 2 does not have a turret and plants one into his side. And that hit the 0.3% of the reticle that was not centered on the Yag Panther 2. Centurion finishes off the Yag Panther 2, so Simba's able to go up and put a nice shot into that Reveloid. So he's a very good player, I might add. So getting into cover from the Reveloids and finishing off the Yag Tiger 88. So many German tanks first. Tiger puts the first hit of damage that Simba's taken all game into him, but now Simba tracks the Tiger in a really bad spot. It looks like his gun is either ammo racked or something is going on. He's not firing at Simba, and Simba's just keeping him tracked, and is able to finish off the Tiger for his second kill. Now the action's picked up quite a bit. The scores are 6-8. We just lost another tank, and our base is not looking too good. We've got plenty of big beefy tanks in the city, and we only have a couple defending the base. Then someone's going to press the slight advantage we have on this side, looking for shots on the Reveloids, and he is spotted by something. Simba decides a different route of attack would be a good idea, and I agree with him. Try and use this terrain a little bit as cover to conceal your approach, as the Lorraine nails the Centurion 1. Now, Simba's doing the right thing here in pressing the attack, as our base is looking okay, as the enemy are just pushing in one at a time. The SPIC is going for some arty booty, but we'll see how that works out for him. Simba spotted again. Here's a Revelois and a really nice shot. We'll take out the Revelois. That was an important kill. And the SPIC gets shotgunned by the Lorraine. Scores are 7-10. Simba's on 3 kills on most of his hit points. Really nice play by him so far. And it looks like he's going to go try and kill the artillery, which the SPIC was unable to do. And there's the Lorraine. Snaps a shot before it's fully aimed. Something misses him. And Simba gets away with his 4th kill. Can he finish off the M40-43? And it looks like he's decided to head back to base, and we just lost the Revelois, so it's looking like a really good decision to go back and defend the cap. And I admit I would have done this too. That actually probably would have headed back earlier. But it was important that we try and kill artillery too. And in this machine you probably won't catch an M40-43 because it's just not fast enough. We just lost the IS-3, now it's just a 704 and an artillery piece that somehow isn't dead. There's the 112 spotted way behind us. It's the view range of this thing. I want to say it's 410 meters, which is really good for a Tier 9 medium. That's one of the things you get with this single shot American median line is amazing view range. There's the object 704, and we will have nice side shots into him. There's one. 704 reacting a little bit too slow, and there's not a lot of hard cover there. He's going for the artillery, and he gets nailed by our 704. There's a bit of a high roll. IS-3 is going to comply, back right up into Simba, who bounces his shot. The IS-3 is going to drive out again into Simba's line of fire, and is Simba's 5th kill as a result. Now there's Tiger P, and this is, I think, is a really big misplay by the enemy. They're coming in one at a time. That's allowing Simba and 704. It's essentially making what could be a 4 or a 5-on-2 into a 2-on-1 for Simba and his team, and I'm really surprised that bounced. So I have a Tiger P's turret, but that one didn't. There's Simba's top gun, and things are looking a little bit better now. As there's the enemy Patton. Now we know where he went. He's still on full hit points. The 112 was also spotted coming this way. We'll see if he shows up. And there's the 112. Simba misses his shot. 112 also misses. And the Patton misses as well. And Simba will beat this 112's reload every single time. Plants another one into him. Patton puts one into Simba. 112 still hasn't reloaded. And the 112 misses again. Is he firing high explosive? Patton misses again. Simba taking his time to aim this shot. Patton moving up. Simba wanting to kill on the on the 112, but having to settle to put one into the Patton. 704 misses his shot. Patton puts one into the 704, who's finished off by the Tortoise, and now it's a 1v4. Patton puts one into Simba's tracks. He repairs them. He needs to get out of the firing line of both these tanks. Plants another one into the enemy Patton. 112, he might take a hit for this. And the 112 misses again.
Enemy vehicle destroyed.
So Simba nails the 112. He's on 7 kills. This Patton is, for some reason, not pulling the trigger. So there's the Radley Walters. And all of a sudden Simba's in the driver's seat. He's got like half of his health. Artillery misses, and it's just a low health Tortoise and artillery left. Now is the Tortoise going to go cap, or are you going to come Patton hunting? If P-43 saying, let Tortoise be, go cap, but it looks like the Tortoise is actually trundling into Simba's cap. Simba puts a 1 into him. Is he going to reload in time to hit this frontal armor? He will. He's under 2 rounds of APCR. There's one more, and it just misses the cupola. Tortoise is just blind firing his relative position because Simba, who has 6th sense, has not been spotted. Now Simba's reloading a high explosive shell for the Tortoise. And the blind fire goes in. 9 kills for Simba, and it's just him and an artillery left. Would not want to be an artillery at this point in the game. Beautiful play by Simba there. He really made the 112 and the Patton look foolish. Not really sure why the Tortoise decided to cap in that situation. His heaviest armor is at the front, and he knew where Simba was likely to be, so to turn around and give his rear to a medium tank that's going to outspot you, not a wise decision. Even the enemy 704 is congratulating Simba, even though they called him an M49. Three minutes and 45 seconds left. There is time enough to cap. But Simba wants to make sure that artillery is not come out and shotgun him. And you can see he's loaded his AP rounds because he won't have any trouble pinning the M40-43. And this is already going to be an expensive game as it is. He's kept his gun hot. Simba keeping an eye on the clock. He needs a minute and a half to cap. And we're just at under 3 minutes right now. This is where the speed of the Patton is really kind of a crutch at this point. He's not able to reliably chase down the artillery. He's not going to win any races with this thing. The M40-43 is a fast machine. And it looks like Simba has decided to head back and sit on the cap for the win. There's a Pools medal up for grabs here, but it looks like the artillery is not going to comply. .704 spitting out a coordinate on the map, but there's no guarantee that that's where the artillery actually is. Now Simba driving around in cap, I'm not really sure I like this play, simply because instead of limiting yourself to one tiny little area where artillery may or may not splash, you're greatly increasing the chances of him getting lucky by driving all around the cap circle. It also decreases your camouflage. Even though Simba's likely to outspot this artillery, it's better to be safe than sorry and find a corner of the cap where you can sit in. A good idea might also be to move where artillery fires if they do blind fire the cap, because they're not likely to fire in the same place twice. Cap's hitting 65, 68, 69. Disaster! And the M40-43 gets a lucky shot. Simba's not happy about this, I don't blame him. There's just under a minute left, and you can see where the little red indicator was. That's where the artillery actually is firing from, not where the splash hit him from. So Simba knows he's over by the town. But will there be enough time to kill him and find him? Again, this is a really fast artillery, and this is in the M46 Patton, which, as I've said a couple times before, is not the fastest machine. 20 seconds left here. Will he find the artillery? This is going to be really close. "10 seconds. This is where the artillery fired from, but he's probably long gone. And it's going to be a draw. What a heartbreak. 9 kills for Simba. We'll take a quick look at the post-game stats. This was, unsurprisingly, Simba's ace tanker game in his M46 Patton on a draw. He ended up getting a Radley Walters medal for killing 8 or 9 enemies, a high caliber, a tank sniper, as well as the top gun, which he got as soon as he got the Radley Walters. He finished with just over 7,600 damage and 9 kills, had 1,700 base experience, and that's one of the highest scores I've seen in a long time. It was a really good game. He positioned himself well to keep his gun in play. As you can see, he fired 30 rounds, hit 27, and of those, 24 penned. Really good shooting by Simba this match, and it showed in the damage he was able to do at critical times and being able to clean up enemies and make his shots count when they need to. I think one of the best, or my replays, watching him outplay the 112 and the enemy M46 Patton. They're both on just about full hit points, and between him and the Object 704, mostly Simba, he was able to take them both out without losing a lot of health. So really well played to Simba. Again, real heartbreak to see it end the way it did. But all for today. Thank you guys for watching. Let me know how the quality was, how my sound was. I did try using a different recording software, which unfortunately I couldn't figure out how to work for the post-battle stuff here. But again, hope you guys enjoy the replay, and props to Simba. Thank you for sending this in to me. I really enjoyed watching it. Have a good one, and I'll see you guys next time.